welcome to Miami. Welcome to Miami.
Thank you. Thank you, Harold.
You're definitely in my hometown. It's AndyJean here. I'm excited to be here today from, RealtorDR. We came here to the Mike Ferry conference, and let me tell you, man, it's been short of phenomenal what we've been experiencing, the people that we've met, the incredible energy that we have just amongst us alone is just short of a miracle because we're in Dominican Republic. But with me today, I have the man himself, Robert, a.k.a. Bobby, Mr. RealtorDR. How are you, my man?
I'm fantastic, Andy. Thank you for having me.
Awesome, man. Tell us a little bit about yourself. I know who you are. I know you actually the man, but you know what? For the people watching, tell me a little bit about yourself.
Absolutely. Well, I'm original from Toronto, Ontario, so I'm Canadian and relocated to the Dominican about 12 years ago. And we spent a few years off and on, and we made the permanent leap of faith back in January 2020. And it's been one of the best family decisions. It's been one of the best personal decisions, and it's been one of the best business decisions that we've made.
Well, check this out. You know, you said Canada. I'm in Miami. I'm a Panthers fan, and you're a Leaf. Listen, man, this is like
I know. I had to do it to you.
Tomorrow, but we're gonna dive into it. You know, what a lot of people are asking. You know, there's no secret you own one of the biggest brokerage firms, real estate brokerage firms in the Amber Coast of the Dominican Republic. I know you have over $100 million in inventory. I know you have over 30 agents just out there grinding it day in, day out. But what makes RealtorDR special? What's the secret sauce? Why is it that every broker wants to be RealtorDR, or they don't like you because you shine so much?
Well, we're working on that. Slowly, we're winning over the rest of the competition, one agent at a time, one broker at a time. But I think it starts with culture. I believe in the law of attraction. So if you do the right thing for the right reasons, you're going to attract the right people. When you're in a positive mindset, a positive vibration, and you know this from your networking, naturally, you're going to have great people. And we've been blessed with that. When we first started out, I guess you can call it a little bit lucky, but we had excellent teammates join our team. And then from there, we've just been slowly growing. The people that have joined us are committed to learning. They're committed to developing, but they're also committed to putting their clients' needs first. And I think that's one of the fundamental keys to success in the service industry is really understanding how to ask the right questions to determine your client's needs. And then from there, you can make proper suggestions. And, you know, the Dominican market's a little bit different. So I really feel that we fit a void where we can present exceptional value by understanding our market conditions. And we've been able to collect unbelievable data that's been able to provide us with the knowledge, which equals confidence, and therefore be able to make the right suggestions for our clients to make sound investments, if it's for a vacation home, investment property, or even for the countless families that over the last 3 years, we've helped relocate into the North Coast.
Amazing. Well, I mean, you're not here by mistake. You're actually here by design. You plan to be here. And I also found out that you guys are associated to the famous Mike Ferry. So you're at this conference, you know, taking that knowledge in. I see that you travel with your entire team, including myself, and I'm extremely grateful. But are these the type of micro moves, or in my word, probably macro moves that you're making that makes you special? Because, again, we can talk inventory, we can talk listings, we can talk maybe you've got a few buyers. But what I've seen is that every agent is involved. They're active. How do you manage to do such a great job?
Well, I think it's team, but I do believe in speed of the leader, speed of the team. I think that's a mentality that I try to lead by example. And if that's putting in the time behind the scenes or supporting the agents, I think that's important. As far as networking goes, one of the value with the networking events like this is that we get to spend quality time with our team. So we get to know them outside of work. We get to know them on a personal level. We get to meet other people, hear success stories, but then also we get to be trained by one of the living legends in Mike Ferry. And in my previous experience, I've been extremely lucky to understand the value of coaching because I was coached with Bob Proctor for 8 years. RIP, but that definitely pointed me in the right direction, opened up my mind, and it was able to show me the value. And basically from that point in time, like going to these things, and you're a huge networker, it just brings so much value. It's a high leverage activity.
It sure is. And you seeing Bob Proctor, man, I remember first seeing The Secret, the documentary, and I remember him talking about the laws of attraction. And it gives me goosebumps a little bit because I do believe in the laws of attraction. I remember when I first, and I've read a lot of different books, and I can just see myself. It's like I feel like I've already lived my life, and I've seen snippets of it. And even being here right now, I've seen it. It's amazing that type of training could bring you here. But I want to go ahead and segue into RealtorDR, right? In Dominican Republic. Now, you're learning, or at least you're masterminding with the legend, right? So what is it that you're taking from here, you're bringing back home to Dominican Republic that you already have? You look like you're doing pretty well.
I think it's more about reinforcing some of the good principles and habits that our team already has. I'm a strong believer that sales are not done by chance, they're done by design. Therefore, understanding a systematic approach on how we can work with our clients is really important. And once we have that systematic approach, we can start measuring it, and we can start fine-tuning, and we can start adding in versatility through each person's own personality, which is extremely valuable. So I think it's more reinforcement than anything. And I think that we already share a lot in common with Mike Ferry and the selling principles that he has. So this is just more conviction for the team, so that when they go back, we're concentrating on finishing this year strong. But I think even more importantly, that we're setting into 2024 with an exact plan on how we want to grow our business together.
No, I like what you said. You said finishing the year. Me as a business entrepreneur and also being an agent at your beautiful company, I believe in ending the year strong. The last fiscal year of every owner's mind is like, what am I going to do with this profit, right? And tell the people who are watching, I already know, right?
Yep.
But they need to know, why should anyone list or buy with RealtorDR?
Well, I think it first starts with understanding why they should look at the Dominican Republic, right? So if we start breaking it down, like, and looking at it as like a big picture, and start segmenting into why RealtorDR, I think it starts with the DR first.
Yes.
Then I think it starts within the DR. You have a lot of beautiful parts in there. It's identifying what part maybe they can resonate most with. If it's the North Coast, or it's Punta Cana, or it's Las Terrenas, we have such natural beauty. Defining the lifestyle that they're looking for. And then after that, it's due diligence, right? Like, I would highly encourage somebody to do their own homework, to look online on Google reviews and see what past clients have to say. Go on their website and see if it's easy to navigate. Go and take a look at the quality of listings that they have, or the quantity of listings that they have. And then go and visit the broker itself and interview the agent. Because at the end of the day, you know, if they're working with you or working with another agent, they're going to make their decision on RealtorDR based on the experience that they have with the individual. So that's kind of the thought process, and how I would share with somebody on how they can kind of look at coming to a decision if we're the right person to work with them. And I feel extremely confident that if they work through that process, I think that they'll be extremely excited about the opportunity, not only in the Dominican Republic, but the opportunity for us to guide them throughout the selling or buying process.
Well, I like that. Let's help them out a little bit, right? You said they can go to the website, they can do their own research, they can read the reviews, the 5-star reviews, they can see the success story, right? But what is something tangible they can do right now, literally, that they can do right now and immediately get in contact with us, with you, with the team?
Number one, I would be contacting you. If you're watching this video right now, it's a simple email. It's Andy@RealtorDR.com. You need to email Andy. We're going to put his number over there. You need to give him a call. And number one, ask him, why did he choose the beautiful Dominican Republic? Why did he choose the North Coast to bring his family over there? And I think if that's something that they can relate to, I think naturally you're the right person to hold their hand and walk them through the process. And I think one of the nicest things about RealtorDR, and this is one of the things that we preach all the time, is that when you're working with you, Andy, for example, you're not just working with Andy, you're working with a team of people. We got great admin staff. We got great cooperating brokerages. We have great accountability from all different aspects of our business, from the beginning point all the way up to the operational standpoint. So you really got an entire support team. And secondary, I'd say this. Listen, if you're in Miami, and you can take a flight and get a round trip flight for like $200-300 and be there in a couple hours, and you haven't visited the Dominican Republic yet, man, what are you waiting for? There's never been a better time than right now. All right? One step in the right direction is worth more than 1,000 years of planning. Okay? So just take that first step. And if that's making an email, a telephone call, or getting a flight over there, just start somewhere.
That's right. Well, the secret's out.
Slowly.
Well, I want to tell you, I heard a little Punta
Yes,
I
yes.
don't know if I'm supposed to talk about it.
No, let it out. Let it go. Let it go.
All right, so we control the Amber Coast, over $100 million in inventory. Now we're going to Punta Cana. Tell me what's going on.
Absolutely. Well, as an expansion plan, we're always looking for underlying economic factors. Punta Cana has one of the largest private airports in the world, and they are bringing in over 65% of the foreign travelers into Punta Cana. So it's just a law of numbers. In Punta Cana, you just have so many people from all over the world traveling to that one location. And you know how it is. You talk to somebody like, have you been to the Dominican? And if they have, the first word or the first city that they mention is Punta Cana. So we've been lucky enough to build a really strong brand and a strong foundation in the North Coast, because personally, I love the North Coast. I like surfing. I like the activities. I like the school. I like the community. But Punta Cana is just a whole nother world that, because of our base, I think we're entering that market with confidence. I think we're entering that market with optimism. And I thinking we're entering that market with already the relationships that we fostered over this course of time, knowing that we can work our way there and provide value for the other brokers and for ultimately our clients that may be looking into that market.
Oh, wow. This is no longer a leap. It seems like it's a must. For everything I see going on here in the United States, Canada, and the European countries, I think having a hiatus, a paradise where you can call home or second home is very much needed. I want to say thank you, Bobby.
Thank you so much, Andy.
Appreciate it, man.
My pleasure. Absolutely.
And you're here at the beautiful Hard Rock Casino Cafe.
That's it.
Oh, my God.
You know, on my to-do list is to learn to play the guitar.
That's right.
I have to start somewhere.
Amazing.
All right, brother.
Thank you.
Yes, good one.